people. Why they get offended so easy? Grow a pair. Just take it and move on. Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you guys. Thank you all for coming. I'm glad you could make it. Vicky, good to see you. Do you have PJ Quickshot?
Oh, good. That's the flat. Jesus still loves it.
Amen. Amen. Michael Korn, what's up, Peter Dragon? How you guys doing? And we are live, I think. Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you all. Tonight's going to be a very triggersome stream for some people. We've already been having some triggered numpties like Sean Hawkins coming in.
You know, Flatzoid, both you and Dave are just... Get
out of my pocket!
You are too much of a coward.
And Craig, if you beat the Fantasy King.
You stupid woman.
That's going to be an interesting one tonight. Yo, Fluffs, what's up? Good to see you guys all. Glad you could make it. We have Michael Kahn, Ryan, Dave, and PJ in the house. I hope you guys are all doing well.
Yo, Fluffs.
Oh, good. And like my wee little caricature says, the earth is flat and Jesus still loves it.
Well, you're breaking up there, but yeah.
Robot and right, man. Andy were like moving at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's like you know those old scary movies like The Ring. It's like all of a sudden back and all of a sudden back and front.
Yeah. I've seen that happen now and again. Like it slows down, and then when it catches up, it's like zzz. What I said is like my character says in the opening, the earth is flat and Jesus still loves it. That's what I said.
Amen. Definitely. But it's good to see you guys. The reason we're having page 3 again tonight is because someone specifically asked for part 3 because they need us to carry on with this because they need answers. And so, yeah, Rachie hasn't decided on a date yet, today or tomorrow or whenever. Sort of maybe she's making excuses. I don't know. But whatever it is, Rachie, you are welcome to come present when you are feeling up to it. Okay, so who do we have in the land of YouTube? It's good to see you guys. I see Sean Hawkins was there. Vicky, hello. Glad you can make it. Ryan S, what's up? Brian Cash, hey. Good to see you. Jamacho Wombat, glad to have you in. Angela Baby, always good to see you. I'm glad you could make it. You guys rock. Please do share the show. Hit the likes as it does help the show to get out to a wider audience. So anyway, 21 votes. Want a part 4? Yes, 43%. No, 33%. And I'm not sure, 24%. So it's quite close. We'll see how it goes on. What's Lucas? Good to see you. I came across your channel this week while looking for a flat earth videos. Just curious. Where in South Africa are you from? Much love from Cape Town. Good to see a Cape Townian in. I am from Tabazimbi. I'm in Limpopo. Good to see you. Glad to have. There's quite a few South Africans actually. I'm in Limpopo, yes.
Limpopo,
where we grow the avocados and charge 4 times the price because it comes from here.
Are they has of avocados?
Yeah.
But that's really odd thing I never realized about here. We grow the avos here, and yeah, it cost me for one small avo the price that it cost my mom and them in Clarksville with them for 4. So they can get 4 for the price that I pay for 1, and it's literally grown here.
Wow. That's like here, we grow shit here and then send it off to somewhere overseas to be processed and canned and then shipped back to the United States to sell it in the grocery store. And it's cheaper that way than to have it all done here.
It's weird.
Wow.
It's really, really weird. Okay, guys, so we got not a Professor Dave on tonight. It's going to be interesting to see if he actually has anything this time because, to be honest, it was quite a headache the first 2 streams. If you guys missed it, part 1 and part 2 is linked in the description below. D-Light, what's up? Good to see you, man. He says, I thought you said grow abos.
Grew up. How
And
you do
Javi
that?
said, what's up? Good to see you guys. Okay. So Joe says, I am late to vote, but yes, make it a what? Make it a fourth. Robot polisher just humiliated him off the roof. Okay. But anyway, before we do start, what are you guys' thoughts on the first 34 so-called debunks we went through? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, he brought the same evidence for every single one of them. None.
Yeah, we had to practically educate him on just how to read a sentence.
Yeah, he's really just glossing over it and picking like 2 words of it and going with that. He's not reading the actual point that's being made, and hoping that the rest of his idiot audience won't read it either and just go along with what, yeah, you go, Dave. Oh.
But that's the sad part of it. They don't read it. They just take it whatever he says. They just follow him like blind sheep. I mean, how much times he says, oh, there's no math in here, and then we literally read the math out to him. Or he says, oh, this doesn't give a location, and then we literally read the location to him in there. It's like, okay, that's the best he's got. Yeah, and all Dave really knows how to do, guys, is insult and straw man. I think that's who he's professor at, is insulting and straw manning. Okay, let's see what he's going to say.
Latitudes. If the Earth was a sphere, latitude lines would represent smaller and smaller circumferences as they approached the poles.
They do.
You do.
If the Earth were truly a globe, then every line of latitude south of the equator would have a measure gradually smaller and smaller circumference the further south traveled. If, however, the Earth is extended plane, then every line of latitude south of the equator should measure gradually larger and larger circumference the further south traveled. The fact that many captains navigating south of the equator, assuming the globular theory, have found themselves drastically out of reckoning. More so, the farther south travel testifies the fact that the Earth is not a ball. One thing I can tell you is that, yeah, they have not been using globes to navigate.
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
And things like the Gleason's map and things were used by even the Japanese in World War II. So it's weird how they would need that to navigate if it was so inaccurate.
Could you imagine that on a ship? Guy says, navigator, plot a course to Zimbabwe or whatever, right? And so he goes over to a globe and starts trying to use a compass and shit on the globe and track come on, man.
Upside down in it.
What's he called now? That proto dad. He actually did that on a globe.
Wow.
I actually watched a Bob the Science Guy video today on sextants. And the whole way watching it through, I was thinking, why are you even making this video, Bob? You're literally just saying globe because I don't understand how an angle is. He points to a right 90-degree angle and says that's not a 90-degree angle.
What?
He literally points to a 90-degree angle, says it's not a 90-degree angle.
It won't be on a globe, will it?
He says, us flat earthers don't understand that a zenith of a star is not 90 degrees to the surface of the earth.
What?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, of course it is. Zenith's above you.
He says it's not. We don't understand this.
What?
And then goes on and says, circle of equal altitude. Wow. Yeah. But anyway, if you guys want to go, yeah, it's bad. It's really, really bad. So I think I counted him saying science denying idiotic flat earthers or something like 4 times. That's his only rebuttal to us, guys. Calling
all
us
they ever had.
Yeah.
Can I share screen?
Yeah, go ahead. What's up, Barry Ross? Good to see you, man. And Aru and Jeff Gassett, you guys rock.
Can you see it?
Yes. Let's make it big for everybody.
Yep.
Woo!
This height of the sun or any star in the sky is called its altitude, and so the altitude is always an angle to be measured in degrees and minutes. The point directly overhead is a zenith. The angle between lines drawn to the horizon and zenith is 90 degrees or a right angle. Game over.
That's it.
Yeah, he says you don't use right angles in celestial navigation.
What? What? Wow.
Which you just literally showed.
Don't use right angles. So
Oh
you-
man, it's sad.
Right.
What's up, Movement Rider? But yeah, it's oh man, that's the best the globe has to offer, guys. Things like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Inanity.
let's go on. Got a lot to go through, so. Oh man.
And they do, since the Earth is a sphere. That they don't get larger and larger is proof that the Earth isn't flat. He basically offers up one of the best ways to debunk the flat Earth and just says nuh-uh to his own assertion. His justification is many captains something vague and meaningless. Wow, that's convincing.
That's all he has to say. And no, it doesn't get larger and larger. It stays the same. Does he not know this? It's the same.
Ah,
The latitudes stay the same.
of course.
It's every 10 degrees. So, I mean, how am I going to explain this? Let me see if I can quickly get that
You
Gleason
can't,
map up.
you can't measure a latitude on a globe. You can't get an elevation angle on a globe.
No. No.
Oh, wait, I've got it downloaded, I think. But I mean, does the guy think the latitudes are growing? That's what he just said, correct? If I understood it right. Latitude lines don't grow. They stay the same.
I think he's talking about the diameter of them. The radius of
Yeah,
them would
right.
increase because they're concentric circles.
Yeah, but it doesn't say those words there, though. That's what I'm trying to say. That's like, so that's straw manning.
Call the straw man, please. Where's McToon at?
Oh man, those are the words they love to say. Straw man, straw man. Everything is a straw man. You look at me funny. It's a straw man.
The boy's got a scarecrow in his closet.
What will that put your nose on wall business like?
Oh.
What did that mean?
I think it means no, because when you stand in the corner, your nose is closest to the corner. Because if you stand in the corner, your nose is the closest to the corner, isn't it? So I think
it's a way of being a narcissist and trying to say I'm a child and he wants to tell me to
and
stand
the
in
o-
the corner like a naughty child.
Yeah, he also tried to insinuate you were watching porn.
Yep.
He did say that. Yeah. The nice thing is I did not. So yeah, if he had to try and insinuate that, he'll just be shown a liar.
And then he wants people to think that he were only messing about and it were a loaded question when he said you were beating your wife.
I know.
He's full of them tricks. He's a prick.
Exactly.
He is a prick. I put his nose in the corner. The only problem would be he wouldn't be attached to it.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
See, people like that, they don't know what to do when they come face to face with somebody like me. I don't play. I don't play with that shit. Somebody give me a homo shit like that and say, go put your nose in the corner and shit like that. I'm gonna smash you.
But you see how serious he got there.
Mm-hmm.
And they had that like cynical laugh at the end. I was just looking like, dude, try and say that to my face.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They won't. They're keyboard warriors. Always will be.
It's crazy.
They
Yeah,
haven't
let's
come
see
out from underneath their mother's apron strings yet, you know?
In reality, there's a sailing race around Antarctica. I repeat, every year a bunch of people sail their boats around Antarctica.
Oh, you can repeat it again if you want, Dave.
Okay, yeah, they'll sail around Antarctica, and then you look at the map on a Gleason's map, and it follows it perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, this is insane. And I still do believe even the distances and stuff that they give us is made up. It's not as we've been told.
No, and how would those people know? How would they
I
know?
do think it's not the correct distances given. What's up, Real Cygnus? Are you not in a Sean Hawkins today? Is he Is he too scared to carry on streaming while I'm streaming?
It's the only thing he can get to get the 10 views that he gets. You know, he's gotta have some worthwhile content, and you and I are worthwhile content, bro.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, that's what he's built his last channels, 4 channels on, is our content. And then it's get taken away and he has to start from over again.
Oh, and I just hit 2,000 subscribers.
Hey!
Oh, nice one, dude.
Congratulations, Sov.
Congratulations.
Woohoo.
Excellent.
Brilliant. I'm almost at 3.8 now. Just 14 to go, people. Come on. 14
Nice.
subscribers.
Nice.
You can do that.
Big 120.
It took a while to get you, but
That's because we do it honest. It's because we do it honest, and we're wading through the swamp of censorship and dirty tricks by YouTube because they remove subscribers, they take away views, all kinds of shit like that.
Definitely take away.
And so that's why when I say I've got up to 2,000 subscribers, I did that honest. No buying of subscribers like a lot of these channels do. No buying of views, none of that. I come by it honest. If you like the stuff, subscribe. If you don't subscribe. You know,
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. How can you buy a view? You know what I mean? If you haven't seen it, how can you buy it? You know,
but this is why I get red flags, like when you get like the channel matters now and stuff, like 10K subscribers out of nowhere, and their views is like
100 or something.
Yeah.
that you know, like live stream amount, like 30 people watching max.
Yeah.
For 10,000 subscribers, it's a bit odd. You know what I mean?
Yep. I see that all the time with these big channels and shit. And that's exactly what they've done. And they're propped up by YouTube. YouTube promotes their but see, it works on a psychological level to people, so they'll watch it. They'll go, oh, that channel has this many subscribers. The only problem is they take the bait, they go to the channel sucks or doesn't have any content, and they go, and don't bother.
Yeah.
See, they see through the hype. But then there's other people, they just want to follow the crowd. They go with the flow like dead fish and crap.
Yep. It doesn't help to have just got bots as an audience. It's not going to help you.
Alone proves this Pizza Land map isn't real.
See, I told you he's a strawman fallacy king. Pizza Land. Oh, shame.
Just like Tom with his dirt.
Yeah, exactly. All they do is a strawman.
36. Circumnavigating Antarctica. Hey, that's what we were just talking about. Once again, that anyone can do this at all proves this map is bullshit.
I can circumnavigate my house. I can circumnavigate my a pool. I can walk around my car. That would be circumnavigating around my car.
Yeah.
Does this guy not even know what circumnavigation means now?
Every time I'm eating something, my dog circumnavigates me.
When you actually look at what a globe claims as circumnavigation, usually it's just like backwards and forwards, and you know it's not even a circum.
No.
But look what Dubai actually wrote, guys. During Captain James Clark Ross's voyages around the Arctic circumference, he often wrote in his journal, perplexed at how they routinely found themselves out of accordance with their charts, stating that they found themselves an average of 12 to 16 miles outside their reckoning every single day. Later on, further south as much as 29 miles. In other words, they traveled further than what's supposed to be on a globe. That's what their log said.
Who was sailing around Antarctic and they were like sailing around there for like 6 months or something?
That was Ross, wasn't it?
Was that him?
I think it was Ross. But the one was that one that died before he could make the voyage finished.
Kavik, I would say it to your face that you're a coward. The truth. I'm sure you would.
There's just so many of them.
Go on.
Geronimo. Okay.
So he brings it up, spews some random vague numbers, and moves on. Hysterical.
That's his. That's his rebuttal. Circumnavigation must be globe. Puts up some random numbers. Hysterical. Okay, next.
Hey, who's this Caverick guy? He's let me tell you what a coward is.
Yeah,
a
just
coward A coward that is somebody who's so indoctrinated into their flimsy ass belief that they would take time out of their day to go on a channel that goes against their flimsy ass belief to leave a lame ass comment like that. That's a coward
Caverick,
because you're
wait.
afraid that
Exactly.
your little fantasy is not
This
true.
Caverick is fake.
Caverick, come in.
Proper fake.
Yeah. Caverick, come in. How's that?
It's proper
Come
fake.
in and tell us. No, let Caverick come in and tell us here to everybody how much of a coward we are. And then he can come and tell us how we're cowards and how we're wrong. Everybody agree to that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So if you're not a coward, you'll click that link and come on up. But wait, he'll have an excuse. I can't. I have things to do. I have to go to work.
My mic doesn't work.
But I can
Well,
spend all day in the chat saying stupid shit because you are a coward about your own belief system. You're afraid that a few guys talking about the bullshit of the globe is going to destroy your little globe fantasy. Well, it's already been done, so deal with it, buddy.
Everybody that knows me knows I am not a coward.
Exactly.
I'm anything but a coward.
Vicky said, didn't their mothers tell them if you have nothing nice to say, shut the F up?
Hey, Memorial Gardens, good to see you. But yeah, Caverick, there's still a space open. Click the link, come in, come have a talk. We'll see who the coward is. How's that? Because it's usually that they just project onto us. Because we hurt them. We hurt their faith, guys.
That's it.
Yeah, go ahead, bring it on up here. And let's see who the coward is. So far, I've not seen anybody try to join the stream here with your name on it. So we're seeing where the cowardice is at, right?
I thought you were brave. I thought you were a brave boy.
He bravely ran away.
He would tell it to my face. So if he can't even do it on Restream, then how's he going to be able to do it to my face? You know what I mean?
That's it.
Pretty weird.
Bravely running away.
Yeah.
They're real boys.
Yeah, 37.
37. More Antarctica. Somebody was exploring, and it was a little fishy. No attempt to validate the numbers, no attempt to contextualize them on a flat Earth, nothing of substance whatsoever.
Okay, I'm just guessing he's just saying nah and moving on.
Yes.
So Lieutenant Charles Wilkes commanded a United States Navy exploration expedition to Antarctic from 1838 to 1842. And in his journals also mentioned being constantly east of his reckoning, sometimes over 20 miles in less than 18 hours. In other words, longer, more distances compared to what's supposed to be on a globe. Get it? Ah, man.
Maybe they were incorrectly presuming that the magnetic pole was located at the geographic South Pole.
What has anything got to do with magnetic geographic pole or anything? It says nothing about that. It's literally just got to do with they claim for a globe this is how far they should travel, and yet constantly they're showing they're traveling at least 20 miles more. Sometimes over 20 miles in less than 18 hours. Wow, that's like crazy bad.
That's a pretty obvious speculation, but no, it must mean the Earth is flat. 38. More confused ships. Anytime navigators are confused, it's because the Earth is flat, because reasons.
What?
Because reasons. That was the hand wave if I've never seen one. If I've ever seen one.
That's all he does. He's just hand wave it, guys. This is the best that Dave has to offer, people. And note that I was asked specifically to do a part 3 because of these ones where he's busy hand wave dismissing.
Vicky's getting really violent. She's asking people to smash their likes and then smash the bell. What's up? Are you hungry?
We're not just clicking, we're smashing.
Yeah, it's 45 people in. Guys, please share the show. Let people know we are live.
Smash the likes and hit the
Yes.
Yeah. It's good to see you guys. And
Like
press the like button. Share the show. Still this party's open, Caverick. Where you on, man? Don't see you. 45 people in. Anyway, to quote Reverend Thomas Milner, in the Southern Hemisphere, navigators to India have often fancied themselves east of the Cape when still west. and have been driven ashore on the African coast, which, according to their reckoning, lay behind them. So, in other words, that shows you the continents are lying in different directions than what it said on a globe. This misfortune happened to a fine frigate, the Challenger, in 1845. How came Her Majesty's ship Conqueror to be lost? How have so many other noble vessels, perfectly sound, perfectly manned, perfectly navigated, been wrecked in calm weather, not only in dark of night or in a fog, but in broad daylight and sunshine, in former case upon the coasts, in the latter upon sunken rocks? From being out of reckoning, the simple answer is the earth is not a ball. It's a very clear argument, and it shows Dave did not even read it.
It's quite interesting that, like, because the reason so many ships have disappeared in past is probably because they think that they're sailing a globe and they're not.
It's a possibility, isn't it?
Yeah, I saw on
Okay,
Twitter
that's
today.
fun.
I also saw on Twitter today that Dave is running from Whitsett. His excuse is, "I don't debate nobodies."
Oh wow! I don't debate nobody's. What a
Oh,
guys.
oh man, Dave, oh Dave.
He said
And
he
for
would set
me,
it up on. He said he would set it up on modern day debates, and then his
Uh-huh.
response was anywhere not modern day debates.
there is a good debate going to come up soon, guys, between Whitsett and what's that hate pastor that chased Dean Odell out of his church?
Oh, Locke, Greg Locke.
Yeah,
Greg
Locke.
Locke. He's going to be
Yeah.
debating Greg Locke soon. I think on the 14th on Matters Now of all channels.
Oh God.
Wow,
So we're going to be covering that.
that'll be
for sure.
good. Yeah, that will be. That should be good.
So yeah. But yeah, Dave doesn't
What,
debate
just on
me.
biblical cosmology?
I don't know what it's about, but it has to be
Oh.
because Greg Locke. I don't
Mhm.
know. I hope so.
Hope so. I hope it's.
And I hope Whitsett's read up on his Bible,
Mm-hmm.
which, yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see. But wow.
So here's the exchange. Whitsett said, "You've been ducking me for years." He said, "Nope, I agreed. You said modern day debate. I said, not that one, anything else. Then you ran away like a little bitch. Sorry, and everyone knows it. All of you are the most pathetic, whiny little bitches on the planet. Stop trying to talk to me just to have content to make about me as though anyone cares. It's pathetic." And then Whitsett said, "Modern day debate is one of the biggest neutral debate platforms that exists. I even offered you an in-person debate after that. Let's set up an in-person debate, fairly moderated. We can even sell tickets and you get the money or whatever. If you're afraid to debate in person, then we can debate on debatism and Jaron will moderate fairly. My vote is we set up an official debate, even in person, and see if you can keep that same energy." He says, "You're not worth anyone's time to travel and debate in person, dumbass. Find a neutral position to stream and moderate, and I'll humiliate you from my house. Otherwise, shut the fuck up and start worrying about how you're going to weasel out of your dumb Antarctica trip."
That's the best. Just make
That,
excuses.
that's a preacher, yeah?
No,
No,
that's
Dave.
That's Dave Ferraina.
Ah.
That's not a Professor Dave.
Yeah, that's Dave for yeah.
I mean, he told me he won't debate me because my channel's too small. Okay.
Yeah, good excuse.
Yeah. Shame.
I would have replied, "Well, good. Then when I hand your ass to you, less people will see it."
You know, I almost streamed someone else, and remember that dirty guy garage that we, where he,
Oh, yeah.
the one with
Dirty
the
garage guy, yeah.
yeah, where we had that rocket plume, and that was like supposedly evidence for globe. He's doing debates now against flat earthers,
Oh God.
and he was so proud of the one debate that he actually streamed it. It was like half an hour long. And I was trying to listen through it a bit just to see if it's well worth it. And I'm glad I did because it wasn't. You know what his top argument for the globe is? I look at the sky. Planets look round, so therefore Earth is round.
Oh man. Well, that's how I determined that I was a bird. I looked up in the sky and I saw a bird fly over, and using that same logic, I concluded that I too must be a bird.
But you
Yeah,
understand,
yeah.
that's the level of his argument, and he's proud of it.
Well,
Wow.
On the strength of that, Dave, I'm round, so I must be a globe.
Yeah, I'm definitely in a black spheroid. That's for sure.
Oh, man. Wow. Oh,
Oh.
okay, let's carry on.
Anytime navigators are confused, it's because the Earth is flat, because reasons. 39. A random thing in Australia. These two towns are 1,550 miles apart. Well, no, they're 1,273 kilometers apart, which
You just took a road. You took a road map.
Mhm.
Oh my word! He
He's
took a
got-
road
he's
map
talking
and
about
says
his-
he's wrong.
He's talking about as the crow flies, isn't he? And he took
This
a road map.
guy.
Mm.
Okay, let's go back.
Well, that
Let's see
map
what it actually
is
says.
that map that he's just showing. Put that back up there. Let me just.
No, I want to, but I just want to read what actually
Oh,
read
okay.
you because he's straw manning again and not actually reading what.
Yeah, it's straight line. That's not a straight line. That was a curved road.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
laid
point.
out.
And the audacity, he literally he's highlighted straight line, and then this is what he shows.
Yeah. I think he means as the crow flies, but that's taking the road, yeah.
That
Oh,
must have been a
yeah.
pissed up
That's
crow.
a road. You can literally see that he's using Google Maps for the road. That's a car, so it takes 12 hours 47 minutes to drive from Nelson
Exactly.
to Sydney. Okay.
So I'm saying the length of the UK is probably about 600 mile. But if I travel up to my part of Scotland, that's like nearly 500 mile. And there's still like loads in between. But because it's a road, it's not as the crow flies. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be
Not
longer on the road.
not a straight line. There's curves
Yeah.
and shit in it, and not to
Exactly.
mention up and down,
I
which is
mean,
the curve.
But let's see what it says. In practice, this practical distance measurement taken from the Australian Handbook, Almanac, Shippers and Importers directly. He literally gives you the book where they're taking this measurements. He's given there we go, Australian Handbook of Almanac Shippers. It's taken measurements. Straight line distance between Sydney and Nelson is 1,550 statute miles. The given difference in longitude is 22 degrees, and therefore, if 22 degrees is out of 360 is 1,150 miles, the entirety would measure 25,182 miles. This is not only larger than the ball Earth, it's said to be at the equator, but a whole 4,062 miles greater than it would be at Sydney's southern latitude on the globe of said proportions. That's quite a very concise argument made. And what does Dave has to do?
No,
This shows it's not correct.
God. They're just pathetic creatures. They really are.
This is sad. But let's see what he says further.
which is around 790 miles, and they're on different latitude lines. So he's lying
Also note, was he doing statute miles now or just normal miles?
apart, which is around
But statute miles is normal miles, correct?
What statute miles is what?
Is statute miles just normal miles for you guys?
That's what we use, yeah.
Yeah. So in other words, he's saying, look, it's only 91 miles, so therefore wrong, but it's not a straight line that he's supposed to take.
People actually, this guy can't have really follow
There's
him.
no ways this guy has qualifications that he says he even has. If he can't read, how's he going to do that? If you now wonder why he failed 3 times.
Well, I wonder.
Probably because they chased him out because it's too dumb. And when he got to, then he started insulting them probably because
Yeah.
"Oh, how dare you tell me I'm wrong?
He
Yeah.
probably
That's
went in
what
there
they say.
acting like he knew more. He probably
Yeah.
went in
Yeah.
there acting like he knew everything, and the teachers were all wrong and shit. And yeah,
He does
Yeah.
because reasons. Because reasons.
Yeah. What's up, Roger Ledwell, Carl Alpel? Good to see you guys, man. That's insane.
Yeah, it was really, really nice to see Roger join your stream last
Oh
night.
yeah.
Oh
Shout
yeah,
out
I
to
seen
Roger.
that actually. I woke up and seen him. He was on live talking. Yeah, that was good to see you, Roger Liddell.
Yeah, it was good to hear you in there, man.
Ledwell, sorry, I called you Liddell. Ledwell.
Lidl.
Aldi, Roger Aldi.
790 miles, and they're on different latitude lines. So he's lying, which means there's no point in even checking his math, which is probably also wrong.
If you actually took it and put it on the Gleason's map, you see it would fit better. Oh, you didn't think of doing that, did you?
Pathetic. 40, the same thing but somewhere else. 10,500 miles, huh?
Fucking Mercator.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, let's read what it actually says. Oh, man.
That's funny. I get 9,140 kilometers, or about 5,700 miles. Where are you getting these numbers from? The 1500s?
He's probably just changed, like the last time. He's got confused between kilometers and miles, and then if he changes that to kilometers, it's not too far from what Dave was saying. So I think he's just got kilometers and miles mixed up. That's all.
Yeah. What's up, Roger? Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Oh, is he just come in? Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh,
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfectly.
Good.
Good to see you,
I'm gonna
dude.
put my headphones on.
Good to see you, man. Good to see
Yeah,
you.
really
see you
good
guys.
to see you joining streams, Roger.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, I woke up and Sov was on. I clicked on there. I was like, oh, there's Roger.
Hey, Jono. Hey, Natalie. Vegan Dog. Good to see you guys. Let's just get back to it. Okay, let's read it. Yeah, that's that one.
Pathetic.
Okay, so from near Cape Horn, Chile to Port Phillip in Melbourne, Australia, the distance is 10,500 miles or 143 degrees of longitude away. Factoring in the remaining degrees to 360 makes for a total distance of 26,130 miles around the particular latitude, which is over 1,500 miles, wider than the Earth is supposed to be at the equator, and many more thousand miles wider than it is supposed to be at the southern latitude. Okay, so he's giving a reason why it makes that, and what's he's a
40, the same thing but somewhere else. 10,500 miles, huh?
yeah.
That's funny. I get 9,140 kilometers, or about 5,700 miles. Where are you getting these numbers? From the 1500s? Use the internet, moron.
Ooh. Oh, dude, if he said that to my face, I'd have to slap him. Not even punch, I'd slap him like a ghetto. I would.
So his argument is, no, I don't agree with you, so you're a moron.
Yep.
I'd actually put him over my knee and scalp his ass. You know, I would embarrass him more.
Oh, Earth is on Arwen. No. Don't tell me that.
No.
Earth is on Arwen's.
No way. Serious. I can't
Let's
see
see
that.
if I can get it up quickly.
It's maybe true, but I can't see that happening. But wow.
Definitely
with
anywhere
David
though
Wise.
where people want to
He's
listen.
there. Wow. Wow.
Do you think that it would be better if nobody was on InfoWars?
I don't think it really matters all that much. I think it's a good opportunity for people to learn about Witsit, and maybe, yeah, like it's good for him advertisement wise, but it doesn't progress. Hold on, it doesn't progress flat earthism at all.
What the hell, flat eartherism? What's flat eartherism?
Ism.
It's an ism. That denotes that it's a belief.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I mentioned isms in my
So I think
Yeah,
we might
really.
have to go through this chat sometime and
wow.
see what
I
the
wonder,
hell
is
it's
Dave
all
just
about.
gone on there but off the cuff, like, do you think? Or do you think he was invited
don't
on?
know.
Or?
And I think he's invited on. It says Flat Earth
Yeah.
Night L9 with David
but-
Wise.
Right.
I would imagine I could get Dave to come on my channel if I wanted him to, like, you know. He
Yeah.
goes anywhere where he can push
Push
You,
his
ab-
app.
you absolutely
Oh.
can. All you got to do, PJ, is just email him
Oh, okay.
and
I
tell
didn't
him
know.
you'd like to have him on your show, and he'll go on. I had
As
him on.
as long as he can push his app, he'll go on anyway.
I don't blame him. Hey, look, I don't blame him, man. I don't blame him. He's doing good on that app. And regardless of whether you believe everything or agree with everything that's on it or not, you do have to admit it's brought a lot of flat earthers together. It's actually given a lot of information to people and woken them up. It's really opened their eyes to the lie of the globe at the very least. And then you can go from there. I mean, but then again, if you start relying only on that app instead of your own God-given brain, you're still in the same boat you were in before.
I agree.
Yeah,
I think it's just there as a fundamental to actually understand what's going on.
I use it to demonstrate all the time. You know, somebody says, well, how does the sun and the moon work? And I say, okay, well, this isn't to scale, but this will give you a good idea as to what's going on. And I'll show it to them. And there's a wealth of great videos that you can access through that you can search all day on YouTube for them. They're on YouTube and you won't find them. You won't.
I have it too, and I use it all the time. But I was in Arwen stream earlier, and the mods basically just shut me down. I was trying to talk to them. They started erasing my comments and stuff.
Yeah, but they wouldn't like you. They wouldn't like you because you support me.
Oh no. I better stop now. It was mostly Moxie. They started deleting my comments. All right.
Yeah, Moxie the sad thing is Moxie used to be here all the time.
Yeah.
Until Moxie got called out for being a troll, and then now I've become the Hitler or something. I don't know.
Remember, Moxie used to turn around and say, "Oh, PG was made for love." Like, what? What's that all about, Moxie, dude?
Moxie's right snide, he just hangs around putting lol to everything that somebody says, and
he's a troll.
And whenever there's any other globers, then he comes out in his shell a bit and starts attacking. But when he's on his own, he's right quiet. But he'll just, one liners, lol, and laughing faces. And,
he's always a loller. He's one of them.
Okay, let's get back to Mr. Dave.
No, for a second,
41. Holy
was,
hell. The same dumb lie in another place. He says 25,000 miles. It's 10,268 kilometers.
He's not saying it's 25,000 miles. He says if you work it out, it comes to 25,000 miles. Oh, man, on a 360 degree.
Kilometers or 6,380 miles. Who the hell does this idiot think he's fooling? Does he try to pick up women with this stuff?
Wow, David. David.
Let's read it again.
Wow.
Calculations, yeah.
I wonder if Dave's got a woman.
That's why I'm saying David. David. I don't think he's got a woman. You know what I mean? He's going on like that,
just mom.
Yeah, just mom. Just mom. That's it. Like Derek DB couldn't get a woman. Of course he could. He probably
guys, do you see? I'm reading on screen now. You know what this 25,000 miles is? It's the circumference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dave is too dumb to understand. He's talking about the circumference there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's taking the distance between Melbourne, Australia, and saying, you see, therefore, not 25,000 miles, not understanding it's the circumference he's working out.
That's what I'm saying. He's just skim reading. He's not even skim reading. He's glancing over it, seeing a couple of numbers there, and say, "Oh, that doesn't look right."
He's not. Is rewording it for it. All subs who are much too stupid to even read it.
They're not going to read it because if you look quickly, he doesn't give time for people to read it.
No.
This is indoctrination at work, you know that.
Of course it is.
So yeah, if he just gives people a chance to actually read what's going on there, then it would be more honest. But I mean, the guy's literally taking the circumference now and then taking a distance between New Zealand and Australia or whatever and saying, you see, it's not that. But he calculated the circumference.
Hell does this idiot think he's fooling? Does he try to pick up women with this stuff? 42. More Antarctica stuff. The circumference of Antarctica is 12,000 miles. Actually, it's less than 10,000. But what's this? Cook measured 50 to 60.
It was Cook that you were talking about earlier, Michael.
All right,
Yeah, it was Cook.
Oh, yeah.
I got a better way for him to pick up women.
That was
Call yourself a professor.
There you go.
Go to a bar.
Yeah.
I'm Professor Dave.
The length of his voyage all the way around the world, zigzagging around to many different ports. It has nothing to do with Antarctica, a bald-faced lie.
But in his logbooks, he says he couldn't even find a way through it. Has he even looked at Cook's logbooks? I highly doubt it.
I bet he don't even know they exist, man.
Nope. Oh, man. Yeah, by the way, I'm still waiting for FTFE's refracted hand. I actually wanted to ask again, but I forgot. Soon I'm going to be saying refracted leg.
Yeah.
Well, it must have been mining for refracted buggers.
Well, I'm sure as hell.
43.
He used 3 different fingers. He used a thumb, his index finger, and his middle finger. And after all that mining, to come up empty-handed, he had to get something. And I don't know. I think he ate it.
Oh, yeah.
I think if he could get his fist.
No, I think it fell out on the table and he picked it up.
I think if he could get his fist to fit, he'll try.
He actually debunked that statement, is that your hand? No, it's not. Well, if it weren't his hand, how the chuff does he get his finger up his nostril?
There you go.
Yeah. Did that
So not
refract?
refracted
His
hand,
nose
then.
refracted as well.
Good point, Mike.
I went to his channel today, and he's being a hero now. He defended his house against a thug, and he's making a press conference and stuff. Craig, he beat a thug.
An old woman.
Yeah.
No. This is new, brand new. It's some guy that tried to attack him, and everybody's paying for his court fees and everything. They
already did that. Yeah. It happened like a year ago. What happened is
They
his
got it up
neighbor. Yeah, his neighbor. First, it started with lent his bicycle.
Okay, I remember that.
And then it got all ugly, and then eventually ended up beating the guy with his head against the pavement outside, and
that's what he was telling.
And the woman with a walking stick.
Wow.
That was his cane in hand. Yeah.
Because he was trained by the military for combat in the Navy, because there's always people boarding submarines and you have to fight them off and shit.
Yeah.
That's the first video I saw.
Well, he was a nuclear physicist eating potatoes, so.
The cabin boy.
Nuclear power potatoes. Yeah.
He was polishing the captain's knob.
Listen, he won't fit his head on a submarine.
Because I remember that time when he got that or something, he needed like £400 to pay for the damages to that guy.
Good,
and straight away, the people gave him like the £400.
Good God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Robot Polisher was saying.
And now he wants it again.
When Jake the Asshole were challenging him to a fight, and Craig literally put a community post out saying, "Will somebody please fight for me?"
Well, he claims to be a cripple every day, man.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
I have that.
Okay, flights over Antarctica. 43. If Earth was a ball, there are several flights in the southern hemisphere which would have the quickest, straightest path over Antarctic continent, such as Santiago, Chile to Sydney, Australia, instead of taking the shortest, quickest route in the straight line over Antarctica. All such flights detour all manner and directions away from Antarctica. Instead of claiming the temperature is too cold for airplane travel, consider the fact that there are plenty of flights to from over Antarctica, and NASA claims to have technology keeping them in conditions far colder and far hotter than any experienced on Earth. Such as excuse is just clear an excuse, and these flights aren't made possible because they are impossible. Yep, and the reason they don't even have satellites going over Antarctica. They can't take full-blown photos from Antarctica as well. Why? Because you don't get any flights over Antarctica.
Do a Google search for pictures of Antarctica from space, and every one of them looks like some kind of a cartoon stuck on there. Like it doesn't even look like it goes to the photograph. The lighting is wrong. Everything is wrong about it. There's no actual. Nobody's
Yep.
ever seen this.
I mean, everything is stitched together in a certain manner that they had to conform it to make it into a continent.
There's probably more than one continent down there. I feel like.
Yeah, I think they making it seem as if it's a continent.
Mhm.
They're stitching it that way because it isn't.
Yeah.
Look real careful at the Urbano Monte map, the 1587 Urbano Monte map.
Yeah.
There's not only little passages through it, there's detailed coastline on the other side. They're almost like little peninsula, like the land or something. Lord of the Rings, who knows?
Yeah.
Punched him in the face. And then I picked him up and I slammed him on the ground. And I think the best way to describe this.
I just get about the music though.
That's hero music. That's hero music right there.
It's so dramatic. It is.
We picked him up and slammed him on the ground, like he lifted the dude right above his head and just slammed
Very
him.
strong man. Very strong man.
Yeah.
He's Andre the Giant, dude. That's all I got to say.
He must have that
By the neck.
syndrome, no, when a woman's child's trapped under a car. He must have had that thing, that power. He can lift the guy.
Go right to the post. It'll stop lagging like that. Like just click up there on the words up above the thing. It'll take not the name. There. You should be able to click.
What I'm
on
just gonna do. Nope. There we go.
Face. And then I picked him up and I slammed him on the ground. And I think the best way to describe this portion of the fight is, you know that scene from the first Avengers movie where Hulk and Loki have their little thing? It was kind of like that, you know? Yes, I am physically disabled, right? But I'm 6 foot plus. I'm a big guy. I'm strong. And I'm trained by the military.
Trained.
You absolute imbecile. Oh
Man.
I'm
confidence.
so scared, Craig. Wow.
The confidence. He's so proud of himself that he beat up a junkie that probably couldn't stand upright.
Yeah, I was trained by the military. Like that makes you the hardest man on earth.
Oh man.
Wow.
All right.
Not
I'm
SES.
trained by the military.
He's trained by the military, guys.
This
Guys,
guy
he's trained by the military. He's dangerous, but he needs to walk off the walking stick.
This guy said if God knocked on his door, he'd knock him out.
Yeah.
Yep. And why do you... Yeah, this might be...
I don't think God's coming.
I don't think God... Yeah.
God just laughs and says we're a clown.
Can you imagine? He would cower. Just he wouldn't get nowhere near God, you know.
Trained by the military to polish toilets.
God says only time I went wrong was when I created Craig.
Yeah, he's imagine Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, I think Vicky could knock him out. I
Vicky
agree.
could knock him out with that.
Yeah, Vicky. Yeah.
Right, no, listen, I seen Vicky before I was with Vicky. When I first met Vicky, before I was with her, I seen her get punched by a dude. She took a punch from a dude, and then the guy came after me with a baseball bat. You know what I mean? But I've seen her take a punch from a dude, and it didn't faze her whatsoever.
I saw my mom. My mom busted a beer stein over the back of a guy's head one time. My dad and my mom, they were sitting in this roadhouse bar, like, you know, where they had music and shit, and they're having a beer, and they served beer in those great big heavy glass mugs, you know, real thick glass. And this drunk comes over to my dad asking him, he says, "Do you believe in Jesus Christ?" And my dad says, "Well, I'm not particularly sure." And the guy says, "Philistine," and starts freaking out. My dad stood up, and when he stood up, the back of his foot caught the little riser of the stage for the band, and he fell back onto the stage. He said he looked, and here was this dude looming over him. And then all of a sudden his eyes rolled back into his head, and there was this amber halo around his head. And he just dropped. There stood my mom with the handle in her hand from that beer mug. So they got up and they started to leave. And the guy, he got up, and my mom picked up a chair and says, "Come at me one time, buddy, and you'll be singing soprano." And so they left the bar, and my dad, he had to stop and have the last word. Of course, he looks back at the bar. He says, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'm never coming back to this place again, at least not without my wife."
Oh, nice.
Thomas says Brenda could whip his ass. No, Brenda wouldn't whip his ass. Brenda would slap that ass.
I was just gonna say. In fact, I didn't even say what Brenda did to his ass.
No, Vicky,
Okay,
I think
let's
that was
carry on.
before, Vicky, I think that was before you got stabbed. If that happened, it was before you got stabbed.
Flights over Antarctica. That's the shortest path for so many flights, he says. Except it isn't. He just draws random lines on this image that don't necessarily represent real flights. Great circles, the paths that planes actually take, don't look like this.
You literally got on screen that if they went through, there we go, it would be a shorter route.
Well, I don't think great circles work on a globe.
Oh,
Hey, Vince.
Some of them
this guy is really dumb.
come very close to Antarctica or even fly over the edge of it. Looking at an actual globe, the paths make perfect sense. Also, yes, going directly over the middle of Antarctica is not a good idea. There are storms and blizzards and whatnot.
Oh wow, storms and blizzards in the middle of Antarctica, so you can't fly over it.
Oh, we can't fly
Last
over
time I
storms at all.
Last time I checked, a blizzard is under the clouds,
Yeah.
and a plane flies above the clouds.
Yep.
Indian, no?
It's not like they're trying to land in Antarctica, right? They're just
Oh,
flying
man.
over it.
Oh wow.
I've been on a plane. They fly over lightning storms and that. You can see it underneath
Yeah.
when you look out the window.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, what a sad excuse.
And nowhere to make an emergency landing.
Nowhere to make an emergency landing. It's a whole continent. So they would fly in a path where there's no land, but they can't make an emergency landing where there's just land.
Why do you
Right.
only see that little bit of Antarctica on the Mercator map?
Oh,
Where's the rest of Antarctica if they're flying over it and that?
'cause
Use
it's
it
wrapping.
Mercator.
Because have you noticed anytime they even anything is got to do with Antarctica, it's usually over the Ross Ice Shelf.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how's
No.
that for logic though? No, they can't make. They don't. Why they're going to go over there because they can't make emergency landings. Okay, can you make an emergency landing in the ocean?
No.
But you claim they can't make an emergency landing on a continent. That's really weird. And yeah, why can't they have a safe landing site in Antarctica? They can just make a dedicated, post out there that's there for emergency landings. That shouldn't be too difficult to do.
Go ahead and charter a private jet and check it out for yourself, genius. 44. More lies about flights. Sydney to Santiago. Why do they always stop in the northern hemisphere? They don't. They fly direct over the Pacific Ocean several times per week, both ways, usually stopping in nearby Auckland, New Zealand. Here's the route they take, and you can stare out the window the whole time and see the Pacific Ocean below you with your own eyes. Flat earthers continue to pretend that...
Did he just ignore what they were showing the flight plans? Did he just ignore that?
Hey, Saab, you remember my shirt, right?
Which?
The one I showed you on your show.
Oh yeah.
The flight. It's like, why did they do that? Because it's a straight line, dude.
Yeah. It's he got a shirt from off of Eddie
Banjo.
from Banjo, showing the flight maps on his shirt.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
So is it? Let me get this straight. Dave is claiming these flights don't exist. He's lying. Is that what
Pretty
Dave's
much,
claiming?
yeah.
But
He's a
Yeah.
full of shit.
so in other words, it's no, you're lying. So then he picks up a few flights that do have direct flights, and says because there are direct flights, therefore the other flights that you literally say most go through is not existing.
Weird that, huh?
That's really weird.
Yeah.
And by the way, these flights he's saying is direct, which still practically need to follow the path they're taking now. So
It's Sydney to Santiago. Why do they always stop in the northern hemisphere? They don't. They fly direct over the Pacific Ocean.
Yep, doing exactly what it's saying. Look at that. Santiago, Qantas Airlines. And then you try book the flight. Sorry, you can't really book the flight because it's usually full.
A lot of people want to travel between those two destinations. I find that odd.
Really weird.
Qantas is Masonic.
Yep. But one stop. Very, very interesting. For 16 hours. Sorry. According to the Globe, how long should that flight be? Direct flight? Should it be 16 hours?
I think so.
Interesting.
I have Eddie's book too, and he goes into great detail in his book. And I've had like trolls tell me that, oh, we debunked Eddie Banjo stuff, and I go to their sites and I can't find any debunking of anything ever. It's like they just tell me we debunked it. That's all they say.
But
I
that's
get
the thing.
no.
Their debunks are just like what Dave's doing now.
Yeah, just
you guys are morons, therefore debunked.
Yeah.
They make a video like describing how they debunked it or anything. I don't find those. I've looked on their sites.
That's actually very
It's nonsense.
But that's what they usually do there.
Yeah. So they don't think anybody's going to look into it. Yeah. I'm the kind of guy that
both
will.
ways.
Can I share my
Usually
screen?
stopping in nearby Auckland, New Zealand.
Can I
Here's
share
the
my
route they
screen?
take, and you.
Oh, yeah.
Just quickly. But Qantas Airlines with Masonic covers on engines.
Oh yeah. The eye, you've got the set square and compass.
So that's why Qantas is involved with that flight.
You remember when John Travolta was like the person they pulled up for the flight itself? I think it was from New Zealand to Lima, Peru. And they had like an inaugural flight, and they had John Travolta actually fly on the plane with all the celebrities. Yeah, they're covering their butt. They're trying to distract you. Yeah.
Sure.
Look over here.
Well, didn't Max Egan take that flight and he took a compass along with him, and they actually tracked what his compass showed on a AE map, and it worked out as a straight line. The in-flight map that you get on the back of the seat, that you see, was totally not what was occurring in reality.
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
Yeah, see if I can share my screen quickly.
Well, here's the thing I ask people too about GPS. Is it possible for someone to be able to hack into a GPS and give you wrong information as to where you actually are? It is absolutely possible. So how do you use that as knowing exactly where you are and where you've been? It's just information being fed to you. It's coming from a second source. You don't know. That's the point.
But my question is, why do they have to have a celebrity from Hollywood go in and distract everybody while they're doing this stuff? Why?
Why would they have to take the time and effort to, at the late hours of the night toward the ends of a poll, flood it with a bunch of votes in the other direction, just like they did with the presidential election? I mean, there's definitely, they haven't putting a lot of effort into arguing about something that is just silly.
Yeah.
They say, oh, it's just silly. It's not worth the time. Then why the fuck do you do it all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Smells fishy.
So Santiago to Australia, Sydney, Australia, straight, and it goes across New Zealand straight. And he's fighting for it to be. Look! I was trying to show you. Let me show you.
Ooh, it's the Michael Kahn show.
It's my show.
Nice hair.
That's how he's trying to say. See what he's putting it on.
It's
Look how
totally,
he's making
it's
it.
totally dodging New Zealand.
Yeah.
Completely.
So on their globe, it's supposed to go straight through New Zealand, straight to Santiago.
I mean,
He's going
why
up-
would it even need to go anywhere near Antarctica? That's crazy.
That's just ridiculous.
That's just
like
something
going out
doesn't
of
make
its
sense
way,
with whatever he's showing.
It looks like planes playing jump rope with two countries.
That's like flying from England to America, but going via France.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It probably works out good on the Essie. So
Yeah, and AE up the straight line,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, guaranteed. Looks like
In
that.
fact,
It's too bad Bob's not here.
Banjo's already showed all this, hasn't he?
yeah,
I think so, yeah. Where is it now? Going across. That's right, I'm just on Google Earth still. Trying to move it across. Chile. Because I want to.
Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead. I was
No,
going to say
Karen.
there's a boycott going. People wanting to boycott Twitter all of tomorrow
Oh, shame.
in protest of the censorship. I thought
it's not
Elon was going to
working.
stop the censorship. What happened with that?
Okay. Anyway. Oh, let's carry on with this. Yeah, but Twitter will never close. There's just too much people on there.
Oh yeah.
The thing that got me though is, when that Mari bishop got attacked,
Yeah.
and the government in Australia told Twitter no, they had to take it down. They don't want to show it. So then Twitter took it down, and then they said, no, we want you to take it down totally globally. Like Australia think they have the right to make it globally go down.
Wow.
Australia's
reminds-
really, really bad.
Yeah. That reminds me, I did a reaction on Mari's first sermon after his attack. So if you want to go and watch it, it's on my channel.
Yeah. What's up, Missing Research? Long time no see, man. Good to see you. Okay, let's carry on.
You can stare out the
I
window
like
the whole
missing
time and see
research,
the
and I
Pacific.
Sorry.
Go
I
on.
said I like missing research and I like what he does, but I don't agree with his comment.
No, I don't agree with it totally either. But everybody has their own opinions. David says, yeah, why did my mail from UK to Spain go via Switzerland?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why something I order will come. Like if I order it from, I send a letter to another town, right? It goes down to Richmond, and then back up to Detroit, and then over to some other weird destination. I mean, it bounces all over the place. I get packages doing that all the time. I'll have something that comes from Canada, totally bypass me, go to Richmond, which is south of me, only to come north. And this is how weird it is. If I send a letter from my town right here in Stanley over to the next town, which is only 7 miles away, that letter will go all the way to Richmond and then back here to be sorted and then sent to Luray.
Well, I ordered a baseball cap from America, and it took like a month to come. And when I kept checking tracking, the barring about 2 days of flying over to England, it was just traveling around America. It went in nearly in every state.
I've had stuff
Like,
where I could have walked
I'll
it
fly.
where it could have gone before it got there by the mail. Absolutely.
Why don't they just put it on a plane and send it here? Like, why is it driving around America?
It's on a tour. Yeah, the Mercator is people should just stop using that.
Yeah.
That is the most worthless map there is.
Yet it's used everywhere.
Pacific Ocean below you with your own eyes. Flat Earthers continue to pretend that this flight doesn't exist, and yet none of them have the courage to go see for themselves.
No one says it doesn't
No.
exist. You're making that shit up.
I know, right?
What courage you got to do with it?
Since this flight single-handedly proves their map is wrong and dumb.
How does that
It does?
show? How does it show it's wrong and dumb?
Wrong and dumb. Did anybody ever see the map at Level F Observer presented once? It was of the UK. It was a flat map, but it would had the raised mountains and elevation and stuff like that. Was it?
Yes,
Yeah.
like an RC map.
Yeah. It was great. Is that what you were on about? Right, got you. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think they're quite. Maybe go along that lines. I don't know. Maybe we should.
45. More lies about flights. Johannesburg to Perth.
Johannesburg.
So, just sorry, like correct. I said OC map, OS map. Sorry,
OS,
Observer. Like the most accurate maps you can get,
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's really
I
cool.
just gotta say to Dave.
and they're all measured from sea level as well.
Yeah, that's it.
I just gotta tell Dave, it's not Johannesburg, it's Johannesburg.
Give me
You
hope.
can't say Johannesburg, then just say Joburg.
Give me hope, Johannes. Give me hope, Johanna, for the money come.
Oh man, that's one thing I just can't
Flats,
take.
you can't even spell Africa properly, like so. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm a damn African that doesn't know how to spell African.
I know. Because you spell Afrikaans with a K, people said you spell it wrong. Afrikaans is not African spelling. It's a language. Wow.
Sorry, I have to be blunt. I can't take it when you're Americans. Sorry, guys. Roger.
Oh, I'm sorry.
when you guys say Johannesburg.
Well, you know, we're Americans, so that just makes us right by default. Okay, that's how we think.
Like when you guys try to say zebra and you say zebra.
Zebra, yeah.
Is it zebra? I've always pronounced it zebra. I mean, that's the way it was always introduced to me. So
Yeah, it's a zebra.
That's the way I was taught, man. So what we were.
You know, the funny thing is when I was still in, I think it was just before I got to high school. I was in primary school, and we had these exchange students from Hollywood, and they said they were literally taught in school that we're walking around with loincloths, and got like hyenas and stuff as pets and baboons.
You are fly. We can hear.
Don't Aussies have dingoes for pet?
You like in that movie, you ever see that movie, The Gods Must Be Crazy?
Oh yeah,
that's what everybody's thinking. Africa's like that everywhere. It's just oh, what's a strange object? I never saw a bottle before.
Sure, Flatzoid a match and they'll have a stroke.
Yeah, you see, I'm not actually using a computer, guys. I'm using some tree bark and some kudu biltong with it. That gives me my Wi-Fi.
You get attacked by lions on your way to work all the time. And shit.
It's a bone and a piece of tinfoil, right?
Siphoning the electricity out of the air to power it up.
It's like people that aren't from there. I can always tell people that are not from Detroit because they call it Detroit.
Detroit, yeah.
It's Detroit. Actually, if you wanted to be technical about it, it's Detroit. It was French.
It's French.
Yeah.
It's French. It's Detroit.
It's the car place.
Yeah, guys. Try and say Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcester.
I call it Worcestershire.
just Worcester.
Worcester, or just say Worcester.
It's just Worcester.
Worcestershire.
Yeah, Worcester.
Shire.
Yeah, it's spelled Worcestershire, but it's just Worcestershire.
Listen, if you want to learn how to speak English, see me after the show.
And I'm a jock that knows how to speak English. Not
slang English.
Yeah, Aiden, if you need some help, there you go. Just talk to Michael. You won't need a translator anymore.
Mm-hmm. You'll be able to read the King James just like that.
Oh, it's a good job I weren't there. I would have wound him up.
Oh yeah, Pofadder. There's actually a town in South Africa called Pofadder.
Whoa.
You know what that means? Pofadder. Do you know what that means in English?
No.
Pofadder.
Yeah.
It's a snake.
Okay, an adder is a snake.
Yeah. It's weird how the names are.
Yeah, cut GPT has a Scottish accent. Worcester. Worcestershire.
How do you say Pepsi in African?
Does a puff adder only like male snakes?
We've got some really strange names of places around here, man. We've got a place called Short Pump.
Wow.
Short Pump. Town north of me is called Front Royal.
Wow.
And even I'm one of the few people around that knows how it got its name. And it was because pre-revolution, there was a fort there. And for the soldiers to form up for roll call every day, the command was to front the Royal Oak. There was a huge Royal Oak in the middle of the fort. And it just changed the name to Front Royal. That's what they've got. You know, they would just call out command, Front Royal. And they would form up. And that's how the town ended up getting its name. Little town grew up around it.
Well, you want to hear strange place names, Dave? I went to school in a place called Wath. It's spelled W-A-T-H. Wath. Wath.
Wath.
You see, guys, this is more exciting than actually watching Dave just misrepresent an argument.
I mean,
that's why I don't know. Why don't we just do this?
The proclaimers in Scotland are from a place near Fife called Ochtermuchte.
Oh my God!
Jeez.
That's it. That's good. Say easy.
There's a town in Michigan called Hell. When people say when hell freezes over, I say every year.
Where do you live in hell?
What if it's
Tonight we dine in hell.
Well, a friend of mine had
eat heartless boys. Tonight we dine in hell.
That's a friend of mine they have a Black Sabbath tribute band. It's been going for about 20 years now. And that's where they formed up, was in Hell. And they call their name of their band Banned from Hell. Like as though you've been banned, you know?
That's good.
That's quite cool. Okay, let's go on.
Earth. Why do they do the crazy blah, blah, blah? They don't. Yeah, you can get a direct flight between these two cities. Fail.
So because you can get a direct flight, then it's a fail. By the way, that direct flight is hardly ever available because it's very expensive too. Because yeah,
there's a place in the UK called Shitterton. Yeah, there is actually. Yeah. Arrow's Polish. Jak się masz? Dzień dobry.
There's a road called Ball Ferry.
Ryan Cash says he's 20 minutes from Hell.
And 20 minutes from Hell, Michigan? Nice.
Blah, blah, blah. They don't. Yeah, you can get a direct flight between these two cities. Fail. 46. Another flight. Cape Town to Buenos Aires, which he can't spell properly. Direct.
You can't spell it.
It's Buenos Aires.
Aries.
That is spelled correctly, that, isn't it?
Hush.
Well, I think it's spelled correctly.
I don't know.
But
It's a
what do
t-shirt.
I know? I only speak English.
Buenos Aires. Nope,
No, I
it's
think
spelled correct.
I think it's the Aries part not spelled wrong because that's spelled
does
like
it mean?
Aires.
as
Buenos
in
Aires.
telescope.
It might have an E.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's supposed to be
it's very well-
AI. It's supposed to be AI, guys.
yeah,
AIRAES.
yeah.
So in
It
other
is.
words, he spelled ARI where the I should be before the
Yeah.
I.
It probably was spell check.
It was spell
corrected.
check. Yeah,
Yeah.
spell check correct because it gets Aries. Exactly.
Well,
So
like half
therefore
my
he's
super
wrong,
chats.
guys. So because spell check corrected it as Aries, therefore he's wrong. Okay.
Of course.
I'm glad Dave was here to correct us on that.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave. It's not a flat Earth because it's misspelled Buenos Aires. Sorry. Okay.
Dziękuję.
Flights
Aro. Sorry, I'm just talking
Fail.
Polish. Aro.
47. Another flight.
That was his argument. He didn't spell it right. Literally, that was his argument.
No
Can't
rebuttal.
spell properly. Direct flights exist. Fail.
Oh man. Okay.
47.
Fail.
Another flight. Johannesburg to Sao Paulo.
Johannesburg. Okay.
So you
Which
understand
again,
that the
he can't
spelling is important. If you use the wrong context of your, then that means the Earth's a globe.
Yeah.
If you spell Buenos Aires wrong, then that means the Earth's a globe. So
And if you're ignorant, the Earth must be a globe.
That's bad. That's some crazy stuff there.
No, Aro, I'm not
Spell.
Polish. I'm
Direct
Scottish.
flight.
Sorry. So Aro, I'm not Polish, of course. No, I'm Scottish, but I did go out with a Polish girl for 3 months, so I learned to speak a little bit of Polish. Thank you, bro. Thank
You
you.
pull the pole?
Now you just make me think of the pianist. Don't shoot. I'm Polish.
It's all spoko. It's all spoko. Means it's all cool.
Oh,
Potatoes.
Flights exist. Another fail. 48. Another flight. Santiago to Johannesburg.
Johannesburg.
I couldn't find direct flights, but all the ones I
I
found.
mean, I'm sure you guys can say that.
Give me
Johannesburg.
hope, Joanna.
Johannesburg.
Joanna.
Johannesburg.
I'd say Johannesburg.
Johannesburg.
Mhm.
Man.
I thought it was Giannis.
Didn't Jaron cover most of these flights? He's been through most
He
of this
did.
stuff. And
Jared
Eddie, too.
and Banjo. They've covered this stuff like thoroughly.
Yeah.
He's just literally hand waved dismissing it, saying because there is a flight available, therefore debunked.
Yeah.
That's an illogical argument.
And I guess it's easier than doing research yourself, you know.
Yeah. I think he's just trying to get through the things as quick as possible. I think it's hurting him.
Have you so quickly forgotten that he doesn't do any of this bit? He hires someone else to do it and then just reads it.
Yeah, but I think this is so dumb. I think this is the script he did himself. That's how dumb this is.
Connect in Sao Paulo, not Senegal. It's just not a popular enough route to offer the direct flight. Also, it's important to point out that in every single one of these fake flight proofs, he pretends that stops are for refueling.
Yeah, usually they do need to stop for refueling. That's how it works. You know, when a plane takes off, it uses fuel.
Mhm.
When it flies, it
Happens.
uses fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
I
there's a
thought
long
it
journey,
ran on air pressure.
if there's a long journey overseas, especially, then they're gonna have to stop somewhere to refuel. Simple.
They have to stop and get more gravity, you know.
No, you see, it's just the Coriolis that makes the plane go off course to Dubai. It's trying to fly to Perth, but because of Coriolis, it's pushing it off course to Dubai, guys.
They aren't. They're just totally separate flights. Not every two cities in the world have flights between them. When you travel internationally, you often take one flight, land at an airport, get off the plane, go to another gate, get on another plane,
which is refueled. Does
He does have kind of a point there.
Does he think? Does he think because you fly and you land a plane at the airport and you climb into another plane, that plane stays there?
It does if it's got no petrol.
Most of the time, the pilots need to rest, and then they have a new pilot coming on that same plane. So they refuel it, make sure everything's good to take its next journey. But because time, they let you catch a different aeroplane. Otherwise, it would be really a waste of time if you just had to sit and wait for the plane you just arrived in to refuel, get everything ready, wait for the new crew, get it. It's just a waste of time. Oh, man.
and take another totally unrelated flight. That's how international travel works. This moron is pretending that for all of these routes, the plane lands, all the people stay on the plane, they refuel, and then take off again for...
He didn't say that once.
Where did he say that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Why would you think that? Well, like a child won't think that.
He never, ever said that. I wasn't even thinking that until he just said that now.
No, yeah.
For the intended destination they all share. This is what happens when you never leave your mother's basement. Save up your yoga money and...
Why has he got a picture of himself in front of...
Speaking of that.
Yeah. Dave, is there something you want to tell us, man?
Yeah, I mean,
That's at his grandma's house.
I've got a classy lady on the computer screen behind him as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I wonder what he was doing earlier. I have no idea.
See the world, Eric. 40...
Weather, okay. Now we get on to something different a bit. Okay. If the Earth were a spinning ball heated by the sun 93 million miles away, it would be impossible to have simultaneously sweltering summers in Africa, while just a few thousand miles away, bone-chilling frozen Antarctic winters experiencing little to no heat from the sun whatsoever. If the heat from the sun traveled 93 million miles to the Sahara Desert, it would be absurd to assert that another 4,000 miles, 0.0004% further to Antarctica, would completely negate such sweltering heat, resulting in such drastic differences. Quite a good argument. I think this argument has been brought up before to him.
9. Weather. You heard it from Eric. Hot in Africa, but cold near the poles just doesn't make sense. This dumbass thinks a magical substance called heat is traveling from the sun through outer space to the Earth.
It's magic heat.
So where's the heat coming from then?
What an idiot.
Where's the heat coming from then?
From the molten
thank
iron
you very
core.
much, Mr. Mod. Been a member for 4 months. Wow, really appreciate it. Keep up.
Dave the Moron thinks light's traveling 93 million miles. What a plonker.
Thank you very, very much. So, is this just concession now, Dave, that the heat doesn't travel from the sun through a space vacuum? Last time I checked, the heat does come from the sun. Did I miss something?
Yeah.
Well, where else does it come from then?
Yeah.
Let's just rewind. Let's listen to him again.
It was bad, that.
No, this is really bad. Okay. But listen to his exact words.
Near the poles just doesn't make sense. This dumbass thinks a magical substance called heat is traveling from the sun through outer space to the Earth.
I know where he's going. He's claiming it's radiation and not heat or something like that.
But that heat comes from the sun.
Sun.
Wow.
It has to travel from there to here.
Exactly.
It doesn't just magically appear here from there. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Besides that, didn't they say space wasn't a vacuum, right?
Yeah.
I'm perplexed by this. So is he claiming the sun isn't a heat source?
Yeah,
Is
the
that what
real
he's
question.
claiming?
The real question I got to ask is, how does heat transfer through a vacuum?
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Well, that's what they claim. But when you take a vacuum on Earth and you put heat, it still emits heat somehow, which is weird.
You both got corrected yesterday or the day before that it's not a vacuum.
Not a vacuum.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. FTFE.
And
Felicia corrected
We
us.
don't claim.
Space is not a vacuum, guys.
yeah, and you don't claim, and they don't claim containment with a gas pressure without containment, do they? They say that's a straw man.
It's just implied.
And Nathan's over in a politics server today, and they're doing the same thing, and they shut them down right away. They're like, you have to have the antecedent of the container first. They did not. They went through the equation. Gravity's not in here at all. Don't claim it. They shut down every one of the boys over there. And it was pretty fun.
Where was this?
Everybody's on the politics server on Nathan's channel. He went over, and this is a hot topic, you might say. Yeah, the gas pressure without containment.
Problem with Discord servers, Roger, is they want to keep that arguing going off. They like it, They all like it in their own voices. They're all philosophers. They all want to be heard, you know what I mean? And they want to keep that argument going. So
they're pumping it up.
Only explanation for it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
All flat earthers think that the sun is a bonfire the Earth is warming its hands with. In reality, electromagnetic radiation from the sun travels through the vacuum of space, which then strikes the Earth.
Oh no, don't tell Craig. Vacuum of space, please.
It's a vacuum of space. Yeah. Right there it is.
But he just said traveled. So where did it travel from, guys? From the sun.
Sun. Yeah.
Well,
so the sun heats up Earth.
Well, I don't know, but it's I don't know
magic.
for sure.
I told you we're going to use radiation.
But just because you use radiation doesn't mean the sun doesn't let the heat radiate from the sun to Earth.
Yeah, that's it. Radiate from the sun.
Earth and its atmospheric particles, causing excitations that raise their kinetic energies, which we call heating. The light irradiates latitudes near the equator directly, so the heating effect is greater. The light irradiates polar regions at an oblique angle, traversing more atmosphere and distributing the light around a much larger area, so the heating effect is dramatically lesser.
In other words, because my globe says it should be getting hotter everywhere at the same, I'm going to say no because it's spread out larger area. Therefore, the energy is spread out more and it is not as hot as supposed to be. Yet you guys claim when we are closer to the sun, it's winter.
Go back to the Sahara. I mean, that's really hot. Explain that.
Yeah, but
it's really spread out over it.
Yeah, I mean, we average over 40 degrees a day in the summer here.
Yes.
Degrees Celsius. I mean, I look at 50 degrees sometimes while I'm here.
That's awful.
In Badwater, down in the lowest point in Death Valley, man, it's hot there all the time. It's known as the hottest place on Earth.
It's crazy.
You come up out of there and it might be 70 degrees. You go down in there and it's 115.
Shit. That's wow.
I think I know why.
I think, look, I got an idea that I think that there's that it's like a magnetic function that's causing the heat. I really do. Kind of like an induction burner works. I've got a cooktop that's induction. There's no heat made. And it's the reaction between the pan and the magnetic surface that causes the pan to get hot. The pan starts getting hot.
When I
There's no heat source there, and in lieu of using a high, medium, and low setting, you could actually lift it further and further away from this magnetic source to change the degree of heat.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm wondering, if there's not some kind of an induction thing happening between the sun and the earth, and that's why we've got hotter temperatures, especially when you go down into Death Valley. It's really hot. You come up, and then with higher elevation, you get less and less and less temperature.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you, right quick. How does the nuclear furnace cause that kind of heat in that area? I want to see how they work that out.
I'd like to know how you get a ball of gas to form into a big ball so huge that it crushes in on itself. I just want to see that happen.
Well, isn't it eating itself too at the same time? It's using its own energy and it loses weight every year or every moment. For that matter.
Oh, they
I
got
was-
an answer for that.
I
shit.
was listening to a debate today between MC Toon and the Corey, and they brought up the bowling ball and the feather dropping at 9.8 meters a second in a vacuum, and MC Toon said we have to do for compounding variables, so therefore we do it in a vacuum. The idiot doesn't understand if you're manipulating your variable, which would be the vacuum, which would be density, and showing it drops at 9.8 meters per second squared, means it's not gravity causing that acceleration. It's the density ratio.
You manipulate the medium, you change the weight. That's
Exactly. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, man, these guys don't think.
Yeah, it's a good one. You why do comets have trails but the Earth doesn't? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we're not moving then, are we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're gonna get to like 50, and then we're gonna stop this because I can't take this anymore. This is like
Good question.
Insane.
Why don't we leave a trail? That is a good question.
Hey, Elric, what's up, man? YouTube, Debatable D.
So it's colder. Also, all the ice in the polar regions reflects a lot of the light back to space.
Yeah, because it's white.
Which
Sure it does.
contributes to colder temperatures. Everyone learns how the climate and seasons work in elementary school. He must have been sick that day. This one makes me laugh because he isn't just lying or making up numbers. He genuinely is too stupid to understand how climate works.
So, nah, you're just stupid is his argument, guys.
I resent that.
Yeah.
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 Yes, radiation's a thing, but he literally claimed that the radiation comes from the sun at an even distance. Remember, they're the ones claiming it comes in parallel.
Mm-hmm.
Not us. The globe claims it's parallel, and that's his argument. If you're claiming parallel, therefore it's supposed to be equal heat, but it's not.
50. Polar regions should be similar. They are. They should have comparable temperatures, seasonal changes, length of daylight, and they do. Objectively. He just baselessly says that they differ in many ways, which they don't, and as proof he shows pictures of polar bears and penguins. Wow, they have different animals. The exact same animals should magically have evolved on the opposite ends of the Earth because reasons.
He didn't talk
well,
about
That evolved.
He didn't talk about evolution. He literally used Antarctica because that's where the penguins live, and he used the Arctic because that's where the polar bears live.
Mm-hmm. Well, there should be at least comparably the same amount of flora and fauna, not necessarily the same species, but because of exact temperature conditions, there should be an equal or close to equal amount of flora and fauna at both latitudes, north and south. But we find that past 60 degrees south, we don't have any. But 60 degrees north, there's all kinds of flora and fauna. So why is that? Why is there no plant life? Why is there very little vegetation?
Hey,
When you go on Google Earth, there's no enough ice anymore. Just water.
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 Wow.
Well, I think Eric covered that when he went over Cook stuff. He covered the whole thing about the flora fauna too.
Mm-hmm.
He's already stated this, and he's not going to even give you an explanation why.
That's it. But that's just saying. All this guy does is he doesn't really read what the argument is. I don't know if he's too dumb to understand what the arguments are, and then he just says, "No, you're an idiot," and therefore globe, and then moves on to the next one.
Well, he thinks evolution is a natural thing.
I got to bail, guys. I got company.
Later, Tom.
Thanks,
Dave.
for
Thanks for coming, man. Good to see you.
Bless you, man.
Well,
Wow.
This guy's got to have evolution. That's basically in his mind. Everything evolved.
Yeah.
He's trying to fit it into his paradigm. Like, it's evolved. Yeah.
Ooh, even
Nobody
has
created it.
This guy debates real doctors as though he's schooling them, like, and ain't got a qualification at all.
What does he say on the What does he say on the final one, Flats? If you're not going back to it, what does he say?
That's going to be Dr. Dave.
The final conspiracy.
I can't even
Jews.
remember. Oh, is it?
The final word from Sam. F equals MA. Yeah, let's quickly go. Let's go to that one.
What is your video
I
summary?
think let's do the F
Skip.
equals MA one.
1, 2, skip a few, 50, 200.
Yeah. And finally, Dr. Robotham, thus we see that this Newtonian philosophy is devoid of consistency. The details are a result of an entire violation of the laws of legitimate reasoning, and its premises are assumed. It is, in fact, nothing more than assumption upon assumption, and the conclusions derived therefrom are willingly considered as things proven. So I'm sorry, this one's coming. Oh, Dislord. What's up, Disc?
Hey, Disc.
Hey, boys.
Okay.
And girls.
Hello.
Don't forget. Hey.
But let's see what
From Sam. Newton was a bonehead. His laws are devoid of reasoning. I don't know. F equals MA makes a lot of sense to me and anyone who passed 6th grade science.
I agree. F equals MA makes a lot of sense. Too bad gravity is not based on F equals MA. Because what do they claim, guys? Oh, we have an accelerating mass. And what does F equals MA say you require for a mass to accelerate?
What's mass?
It needs a force.
Needs a force, yeah.
And is gravity a force?
No.
Not that I see.
No.
And they claim gravity is causing the mass to accelerate.
What's mass?
Yeah, that as well.
They can't define mass properly, Michael. That's the issue.
Exactly.
Resistance to inertia.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the day, they can't fight for F equals MA if they're claiming gravity because gravity is not a force. So either Newton's law of motion is wrong or gravity doesn't exist.
Well, if Newton was here, he would tell you the same.
Yep. Well, he did say it's great absurdity. He did not want to be ascribed to it. He found it asinine. So,
That's why Einstein exists.
That is insane. Insane in the membrane. Woo!
Dave's got no brain.
But yeah, guys, I don't think we should. I don't think we should do another one because this is just hurting my brain.
Yeah, that's enough.
I voted no.
I voted for a third one, guys.
This is the third, yeah.
You do 4, 5, and 6 probably on that, like, you know.
If we go on this way, we can do 20.
Yeah.
But it's just not going to change that. It's just doing the same stuff. You're just insulting, saying "nah," therefore wrong.
Yeah, enough's enough.
He's
like.
simply just too horrible to listen to.
Yeah, he's quite appalling.
Quite appalling.
I think he comes off like that on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a dick.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Khan, that mouse of yours, man, you can throw that up in there, take a picture of it, and get it mistaken for a UFO, dude. That's so cool. That it's cool, though. What it does, I'm gonna get that. I'm getting that.
After a week of a broken mouse, we'd have to keep unplugging it and plugging it back in just so I can move across screen. It's like heaven, man.
Yeah, I need to get that, definitely. Especially if it's got bits at the side that make it go backwards, did you say?
Yeah, it's a gaming mouse, so it's got like backwards, forwards. You can speed it up, slow it down.
Nice, I'm gonna have to get one. Of course, a gaming mouse. See, I've never played with it on a gaming mouse. I've only ever really gamed on a console.
Gamer mice, I guess it's called. They are great. If they are a good brand.
Yeah, guys, the room is full, but I can open in Discord.
There should be one more room.
Yeah, there's one
No.
more space in there.
There is still
No,
space.
I just said it's full.
Weird.
It's yeah. No, 5. No, there is one more. Someone just
there is
dropped it.
one more, yeah.
Because I say I can open the Discord server as well if I have to.
Debatable D wants to know what's wrong with my mouse. My old mouse, I've got a new one now. It were dead.
Michael's got a gay mouse. It's definitely not
Too
gay.
many bad movies. Too
flashy.
many bad movies
Flashy.
has led to a mouse.
It's flashy, but it's not gay.
Well, you could class it as gay, I suppose. Like that it lights up. I'm not happy that it lights up, really.
Well,
No.
why don't you ask it what it identifies as? Is it straight, gay, bisexual, transgender?
Yeah,
Which one is
as
It
well?
describes itself as a cat.
It might not be called a mouse. It might want to be called Mice. A Mice Day.
There we go. So whoever wants to come in the Discord server, you can go in there and you can have a chat there. Then we can all chat together. Should work. Come, any Globers actually want to challenge us on anything? I guess that's a no.
We'll dogpile them. No, they don't want to come in.
Just wait when you can donate it to cat. Or when you can use it to feed the cat that visits him.
Con, you should donate it to Arwen.
Yeah.
Mm.
Only thing I'd donate to him is kiss my ass.
Donated enough to
You should worry. You should worry. Just now he's gonna demand £1,000 from you or something.
Oh god.
I want my
Get
donations
angry
back.
with you if you say no.
I want my donations back
I
from
want
him.
some of mine back.
Yeah, I'm joking. I would never do that.
Well, I sent a super chat to Nathan and dedicated it to him. So.
I don't know why Nathan keeps sticking up for Arwen, to be honest, though.
I don't.
He needs Big Papa to cover him. That's all. He does. He crawls into QE's chats now, and you can't even hear him when he's in there. It's horrible.
Oh.
He needs a new microphone.
Yeah.
We'll do a GoFundMe.
Who Arwen needs a new microphone? No, he doesn't.
Absolutely.
No, he doesn't. Nobody needs to hear him. He doesn't need a new microphone.
He needs a whiteboard.
Well, following Beth's footsteps, we'll do the whiteboards.
And the nice.
Has anybody been over at Bev's?
Bev's? Nope.
Has anybody been over to
No,
Bev's in a while?
I've actually left that server.
Yeah,
Because as soon as I just say anything in there, they all start attacking me, and it's like a cult in there or something. I don't know what the hell's wrong with them. They're literally like,
He used to be friendly to
they
everybody.
used to be
man.
very friendly, and then just one day they were just, yeah.
I think it's Emma.
Bev's got
Yeah,
a
she-
real issue with Nathan, though. It's like cringeworthy.
But yeah, Emma, I don't know what's wrong with Emma. She used to be so friendly, and then just one day, I don't know.
She's mama. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got to mind the P's and the Q's.
because
But
I
they're
was still
logical.
there. I was still part of that crowd when there was still DP and Cleary and all of us were there.
Yeah.
And then
Oh.
I don't know. It's like Emma just started putting everybody against each other for some odd reason. I don't know what's wrong with her.
Well, I like DP, and God rest his
Yeah.
soul. Yeah.
Yeah, DP was
And
awesome.
they were just they argued concisely, and it seemed like something got sewn in there that shouldn't have been.
Yeah. But yeah, I still wish them all the best, though. I mean, whatever their views are, it's separate. But yeah,
Yep.
they can believe.
Discernment,
Yeah.
aren't they? Like,
Yeah, they can believe what they want.
And we can believe what we want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess there's no globies wanting to come in.
No, hold on a minute. But that's the issue. Like, I don't go to Bev's server telling them what to think, but I see Bev all out telling flat earthers that they're wrong and stuff. So he's coming to us and telling us we're wrong. So like,
I haven't seen him out in a while neither. He hasn't been in any of the servers chatting that I've seen. He left me alone.
Bev has been quite
he's always
quiet.
in Nathan's
see
chat
he's-
telling people
yeah,
that
he's
Earth's
more or
not
less-
flat.
Yeah, it's more or less just taking Nathan though.
See them
That's what-
knocking down the old.
That's what I don't get
door.
about it because, like, first I heard about Bev when Nathan saying, "Good to Bev, subscribe." His sound like, you know. So I went over there and joined his server, and then all I could hear was him slagging Nathan off. So I was like, "What's going on here?"
But like I said, I mean, me and Roger and stuff, we were in there like ages ago when everything was still cool. It just, I don't know. It's like one day it just changed. Just really weird atmosphere. I don't know what the hell happened.
I think he caught a lot of flack from the local people he's with there. And I
Oh, it's
noticed
like
that,
the
with-
Mandela effect. It's another him.
Oh,
Okay, guys, I think that's the show tonight. Rachie might come on tomorrow night. We'll see.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Hopefully she's sober.
yeah.
Because she was actually supposed to come on tonight, and then she said, "So no, she's tired." So I'm like,
Whichever
okay,
night
we'll
it is.
see, we'll see how she feels tomorrow.
Yeah, whichever night she comes on, I know that's
Yeah,
Vicky's
yeah.
night. That's Vicky's
Doesn't
night.
really matter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Vicky's
Vicky's gonna watch some Young and the Restless.
Yeah.
My wife also said the other day she can't stand that woman.
Yeah.
But yeah, if she does come on or not, we'll see. And then hopefully I can organize a time with Ulrich tomorrow in the afternoon sometime, which is going to be awesome.
Cool.
If you guys, Michael, because I know you also want to ask him some questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send you guys the link for that because that will probably just be recorded,
Yeah.
and then we'll premiere it or something.
Because you still got it set for the 11th, haven't you? Have you said?
Yeah, I just set it for that because we'll have a live stream at the moment at that time.
Yeah.
But probably just I don't know if it'll be with him.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Just maybe discussing the recording.
But you haven't had a definite date from him yet, no?
Not yet. No.
Well, have you heard back from the Lore Lodge lately?
I don't know. He's avoiding me like the plague.
He's an idiot, man. Puffing his cheeks out like a bloody hamster.
Yeah, Aiden Matters is avoiding me like the plague because he totally embarrassed him to show he knows nothing. And he's supposed to be debating Witsit soon. So when that does happen, if it does happen, we're definitely going to cover it. And then we're going to laugh our asses off.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'd be cool.
111 spirit. You're an idiot. Good to see you, One Man. Good, happy to have you, man. So yeah, and Stephanie Campbell in the house. Good to see you. Okay, guys. So I guess we're going to end it here. Just to let everybody know, in case you didn't know, I do have a Twitter, I do have Instagram, and I do have TikTok and a Discord server. So if you know what you want to get hold of me, you can email me at flattwit@gmail.com or hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok or YouTube. You guys have any closing statements for Mr. Dave Ferraina?
He just didn't bring it today. He never does. It's the same thing. It's, as Terry Aker says, it's Professor Dumb Dave.
Another failed project, Dave.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry,
Farino sounds like a piece of Danish.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I think that's about it. There's not much more you can say about it. It was all not us, every single one. So
I just want to say, stop calling yourself a professor. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
Because people take you way too serious.
ChatGTV asking, when are you getting a new fitness video? To be frank, I haven't really even tried to record any fitness stuff yet because I've been too busy. but I definitely want to get it on the go again. It's just been really hectic lately, and I'm more concentrating on this channel than that, to be honest. But yeah, it's on hold at the moment. But I do want to get back to it. Hopefully, things will start calming down now that I can start doing some fitness stuff again, because I do miss that. I do enjoy doing the fitness programs stuff. So I'm definitely going to get back to that. It just takes time.
Yeah, it does.
By the way, if you want to feel old, it's the 25th anniversary of Star Wars Episode 1A Phantom Menace. Oh no.
Crazy, isn't it? That was about, that was 1999, wasn't it? Something like that.
I was actually laughing. I was watching
Same as
Carthrot.
99.
Yeah, I was watching like Carthrot and stuff. But anyway, the two guys, they left Carthrot and started their own channel, and they were saying how long they've been in the channel and how old they are. It's like born in 1991 and 1994, and I'm thinking, damn, I feel old now. And I'm not even that
how
old.
dare they?
Oh, Flat. Vicky said,
19
Vicky said, can you check the ban list, because there's people that haven't been in for a while. You know, like haven't been in, just in case.
I'll check it again. Yeah.
Yeah. So just in case there's some of that going on.
Yeah, guys, if you do find yourself just banned
Yeah,
for no reason,
like that Darla. Can you remember Darla? He's from South Africa, isn't he? I don't see him around anymore.
there's a few people. I don't know. It's like, I don't know if YouTube has some issue banning people for some odd reason.
I know they definitely, what Dave was saying earlier, they definitely take views off you. I mean, I've seen my live streams going up to like 100 odd. Now it's back to 99, under the 100. You know, it goes up and down a lot. It's just ridiculous.
And I'm just scared to unban people, because it's like you unban the wrong person.
Yeah, you don't know that.
Let's see. I have about 600 people blocked.
One of the biggest walls of shame ever.
Yeah, I have about 600 people blocked, guys.
Wow, you're gonna have to have a good scan through that at some point.
So they're not all 600 people. They're probably all like
A
two.
lot of
Yeah, probably.
About
Yeah,
2 people who about
yeah, 2
feeling
of them. All of them are random.
Maverick, the guy that was in tonight, is blocked now, but he didn't come and actually present. He's called as a coward and didn't want to come in.
He's definitely a troll.
Yeah. Where's
Yeah,
Wally in that
It
list?
happens. Sometimes it happens a lot. Some people just have seasons of coming here, but sometimes it can be that they're blocked. You know what YouTube's like, and then rogue trolls and rogue mods and stuff like that. But I don't think we've got any rogue mods at the minute. We did have.
Oh, Sean Hawkins is blocked again. I think this is the 30th time he's blocked.
Yeah.
Every time we let him go, and he gets blocked again.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you blocked. I blocked Sean.
He does ask for it though.
Yeah, he does. He comes in and starts his crap straight away.
Luch is still blocked.
I want to go on a panel with him one time, just to hear him scream.
Oh, Luch.
Yeah.
No.
You gotta bring your paper then. Then you can have a blow fight. A blow fight with Sean Hawkins.
Duper Poons. Why is Duper Poons blocked now?
He deserves to be blocked, man.
I know it was just a.
Yeah, why? Because he's a troll.
Now I don't see really.
Oh man, I can just imagine it. Also, everybody sitting there blowing papers.
I don't see any.
Ones that shouldn't be there.
Brenda's blocked. That's a good thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Nathan's got him permanently blocked. So you should do the same.
Yeah, definitely permanently. Stephen Jarvis, yes, thank you. Moxie's blocked, yes.
Tooper is cool.
Vibe. Ooh, it's a lot of people to go through. Lesbian Hitler. Okay. Flat-sword sock draw.
Oh, I just got the name. Harris receding. As in here is receding.
Some of the
Wow.
names you get on here, it's like.
Mm. Boogie started.
People got a lot of time on their hands, don't they?
Yeah. Skinny boy fat. Execrates. That's a guy I can't
Oh,
stand.
it's a prick. I'm sorry, he's a prick.
I can't stand that guy.
Upward rising earther, knobstick.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, where's Dale at?
Oh.
I haven't seen him put anything out in forever. He doesn't make any new streams.
Still
Dell
talking.
did a stream last week, I think, last weekend.
Huh. I gotta check. I got him on a list.
I think Neil went on it, like.
Neil went on it.
Yeah, I think so, like.
Really?
Yeah, but he spoke. Did he speak?
I think so, like. That's what I heard him saying anyway. I don't know whether he did or not. I
Yeah,
didn't check, like, but
I
that's
dare
what
say he would have been opposing him, though. He wouldn't have been.
gathered it was saying.
Yeah, I dare say he would have been opposing him.
Hammer is blocked. Why is Hammer blocked?
I don't think it's Hammer. I don't think that Hammer's
What
not.
do you think,
this-
sir?
No, it's not Hammer because his
I've
name.
seen Hammer for ages.
Yeah, his name has got numbers with it. If it's Hammer, he'll have THF whatever or Hammer with numbers. That's a different Hammer. That is a troll. That one definitely. That they only got blocked the other day.
Okay. Well, I've gone through.
Yeah,
like,
I
a lot
haven't
of
heard
them.
much from him. I got him on Skype and on Element, but I haven't heard from him in a long time. So
Yeah, he comes in now and again, but he goes through little stages, doesn't he?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've gone through all like 600 of them.
Mm.
Mostly just the trolls. So.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen, I've got to go, so I'll
Me
catch you
too.
all later.
Yeah. Thanks for
Right.
coming, guys.
Roger, nice to see you, mate.
Yeah, it's cool to have you in, man.
Really good to see you,
Really
man.
cool to have you in, Roger.
I'll catch you all
it was
later.
fun being here.
Catch you all later. God bless everybody.
Just
bless,
blessings,
Roger,
man.
you. Yeah, see you all.
Yeah.
Roger, you gotta say Roger that, and Roger
Yeah,
out.
Roger that. Roger.
Mini.
Cheers, everybody in YouTube lands. Thank you guys for coming. Really appreciate you. I'll see you all tomorrow for an awesome stream. Hopefully
Roger
it's going to
that.
be exciting. And thank you guys for being in and restream. Appreciate you all.